All right, so this is our next big box. This is our prize daddy here. This is the iFootage motion control S1A3 bundle. The going price for this to be found right now is $2,559. Yeah, let's get her open. Okay.
Oh, foam.
Oh, that's
foam.
a good foam. Yeah, I get a bag.
I watched a video the other day of these middle school kids that found a way to recycle this.
Really?
You burn it at a certain temperature and it turns into just carbon, and you can use it for a carbon filter for water filters, like a Brita.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it kind of solves two problems at once. I'm not sure how far they made it with that, but they made it that far. I don't know if that's patented yet or anything. Smart kids, though.
That's a great idea. What a discovery. Technically, you could take this and put it into like those straws that they've been, Jimmy Carter's been sending down to Africa, so you could drink any water that turns it clean.
Straws.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Smaller box, but then a bigger box again. Okay, I'll take this. Like that. Is there anything else in there?
That's it.
Here we go. iFootage. I guess we open it right there, huh? Open that up. Ooh. Oh, it's got a beautiful carrying case. That's what I like to see.
Yeah. Nice traveling case. Oh yeah.
Man, that's heavy too. Look at that. Gorgeous, huh?
Shoulder strap.
Yeah, let's see. Push down, lift up.
What?
Push down
Oh, there.
Lift up like
I've
that.
never seen a latch like that. That's cool.
And there we go. Wow.
Ooh, beautiful.
Ooh. One piece made it up. That's it. Amazing. Wow. This thing looks like it costs a couple grand. That's probably the battery.
Yep, there's our battery.
Probably lasts a little while.
This is our
remote
control. Nice. Would you like to have the honors of peeling off the face?
Oh, man.
Ah, yeah.
What? Wow.
USB on off. Must be trim tabs of some kind. Ooh, it's charged up. Manual auto record laps panel set. Okay, we'll turn you off for now. It's got some heft to it. That's like a metal case too on that remote. That's beautiful.
Probably three times as heavy as a video game controller. Not that I'd ever played video games. Only slackers play video games.
Oh, this was made in January of this year. That's nice to know. Wow. Should we let's go ahead and get all our pieces out of here and start putting our puzzle together?
Yes, and we won't make you wade through all that. We'll do that on our own, but this is what you're going to get when you buy this thing, is this gorgeous, gorgeous package.
Nice.
Very nice. I have a little bit of my breath taken away right now. It is a really cool piece of equipment, and we'll let you know just how cool once we put it all together and we try our first effect shot.
read we'd read some instructions, but here's the honest truth. This is not very comprehensive.
This is a terrible instruction booklet.
It doesn't even give us a link to go to, so we're out on our own to go and find tutorials to get all the good stuff on this.
So I bet if you found, this position here, that's the position on the slider. If you found that, somehow you're able to tell that is the end of it, and to not go past that point.
All right, we have it all together. We spent last night going through and learning this machine, this device that we have. And it was not very intuitive because the manual itself
Sucks.
It sucks bad. It doesn't tell you how to use it. It doesn't tell you how to operate it. And just the setup alone, that was even rough. Just to go through the setup.
You're better off just looking at a picture of the thing to learn how to put it together. That's really all it does for you.
So we did go to the website. They have a support page at iFootagegear.com. And they have links for PDF manuals and also for firmware updates.
Yeah, handy, real handy.
Except the downfall is right now, I have no idea how long this has been down. All the links are broken. They go to 404 not found pages. I can only assume that the PDF manual that they have online is probably just a photocopy of this little guy right here, which is absolutely useless.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to get some firmware, make sure that we're up to date on that.
The most useful part was telling you where to update the firmware that's unavailable.
So, just some basics here. One of the things that you want to do when you first start this up, you want to make sure, for one, that these are within 30 degrees of zero. Because if they are not within 30 degrees, it will not center itself correctly. You also want to take your head and you want to move it over as close as you can without touching this side. This is going to be your home position. Wherever you set that, that is your home position when you power this up. So now we have two batteries, or two switches. One for the motor, we turn that on, and we have a jumper cable here. We have a jumper cable that also feeds our gimbal. We turn on our gimbal, and the next step is we're going to go ahead and turn on our remote. And it will tell you that the Motion X2 is find.
The Motion X2 is find.
Find.
Bad translation, I guess, on their part.
But they located it anyway.
Go to default position, it asks you. Just hit this, just works just like a video game controller. These are also buttons, not just joysticks. It's finding its zero position. Zero tilt, zero pan, zero track. We tracked it over to its starting point.
Right. So now the next step that we want to do is we want to tell this and set into its memory where we want the final, how far can the head go? How far can the head go? We want to go ahead and go into our settings, and we bring up distance set.
We're setting the distance of the track so it doesn't bump into it and start skipping on the belt, grinding on the motor.
And then we'll go ahead and use the joystick to set our other end point.
Get as close as I can get without touching. Right there. And then save. Okay, distance is set. So now I go back to manual and I can go back and forth. It won't bump into that end and it won't bump into this end. Really handy. Took us a minute to figure that one out. Very handy. Very handy.
Well, show them what else it does.
Well, it does this, and does that, and does this. And I think that after getting a monitor for the camera, it's going to be a lot more intuitive to control. Be like a flight simulator, you know, or even a first-person shooter. In the way that you steer the thing, it's fantastic, fantastically smooth. And the fact that I can do the same, you know, the same camera move twice is just so invaluable to people that are into special effects.
That itself is one of the great things about this. You can record up to 9 different tracks, and so that you can replay those tracks and all of your movements will be exactly the same as the recorded track. This is really fantastic for cinematic shots.
Yeah.
Some of the other functionality it has is to be able to take 360-degree panoramic photos. You can set the beginning point and end point, and it will go through and take individual stills of the entire scene. It'll go all the way around. You can set, you know, your actual frame if you don't want it to go all the way around. You can use this for stop motion as well.
I did record one earlier. We can see if it should still be in here. I was just testing it. So this is a pre-recorded, let's see. Okay. So a pre-recorded one. Just a basic little movement, but I just wanted to see how it, you know, how it would actually record. So you go to its starting point. So record your actual start point. So this was just a basic movement that I did earlier, and it remembered it. But if that was a special effects shot, you know, if you got a green screen guy in there, you got some guy who's just wearing a green screen outfit and you want him gone, this makes it so easy for a moving shot. It turns a moving shot into how easy it is for a still shot. When you just use one shot to shoot the background, get all of your background stuff. So you have something behind the green screen guy when you pull him out, you know, things like that. Really, really so excited to try this out. We're going to try this out for a shot we're going to tag on the end of this video to see if it can handle what I need it to handle. This is, you know, this is going to be more so, like Paul was saying, for cinematic work, for dramatic work. It's not really something, if you're like into shooting sports or shooting nature, documentary stuff, it's not really so much for that. This is for having a slow tracking in shot when someone says something important in a film or something like that. It's great for indie filmmakers. It's really such an incredible piece of equipment in what it can do. And hopefully, you know, with the problems that we do have with it, with the website, getting a second one of these seems virtually impossible, a second remote. Things like that, extra parts, you know.
Yeah.
The battery, you gotta get it, if you wanna get a second battery for it, it's gonna cost you $150, $200 more, you know. It's really nicely built. You know, I want to have it around for a long time, and things do break down. And when some little thing breaks down, I don't want this thing to become worthless because, you know, the remote control went out. The remote control goes out, you're totally screwed until they have one that's available. You can just buy the remote. So it's really up to iFootage to step it up for having parts available, or for some retailer somewhere. There are retailers for this, but we have yet to find someone that just has parts like this.
The one nice thing about this remote, though, even though we can't find someone to sell us a new one right now, is this case for this remote is metal, so it's going to be fairly durable.
Right. And you're not going to use it as often as you use a PlayStation remote, at least as often as I use a PlayStation remote, where you just, you know, you get pissed at it and you smash it against the wall or your friend's head. That won't happen with this because you'll be having so much fun making art with this. This is a beautiful big paintbrush for making art. Really jazzed about it. Really hope that the problems solve themselves eventually. We'll update you, you know, we'll update this video. But for now, we want to try our first effect shot.
Yeah, I'm excited to do that.
So we'll have a look and we'll tag it on right here at the end. So, yeah, so I'm all like, yeah, I know, right? And what? I know, right? Yeah. And then she's like, well, I know, right? Yeah, sometimes, not like every day. I know, right? And I'm like, well, yeah, I know. So what's up with that? And she's all like, what do you mean? Yeah, I know, right? And I'm just like, I